Welcome back to the Standard Show. We've got a wild one today. Check out this Kevin Samuels clip, then I'll break it down right after.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I am well. How old are you?
I'm 37.
37. So what are we talking about? Are we talking about dating costs or are we talking about the two-thirds rule?
I would like to talk about dating cost.
Okay, are you single or are you married?
I'm single.
Any children?
I have a 17-year-old son, yes.
All right. So what do you want to talk about on the dating costs?
Can you just be a little bit more specific of what it entails?
Well, back when the world made sense, before you got the privilege of having a baby, you used to have a husband. That's a cost. You had to say, I'm going to be with this man for the rest of my natural life in front of the entire village or the entire town, and you had to stay with him. And you had to act like you had some sense. You had to cook, clean, and take care of this man and the children. You had to be a good wife, a good neighbor, a good mother, a good friend. You had to stay appealing and attractive to your husband to make him like to come home to you.
So, for someone, I'm older, 37. I'm not married. And if I feel that I'm doing that, am I not doing something adequately, or am I
You feel like
just...
you're doing that what?
I feel like when I do date, I bring income to the table. I bring sex.
Nothing, ma'am, nothing I said was about income.
I wasn't finished. I'm sorry. I also I do cook, so I feel I'm very domesticated. But I think that somewhere I'm lacking, and I'm not sure what I'm doing incorrectly.
Okay, well, the first thing is nothing I mentioned had anything to do with provision. How come you and your child's father decided not to marry?
We were just toxic. We met in college, and we didn't even plan to have a child. We just weren't good for each other.
What's your longest relationship?
7 years.
When did that end?
That ended about 6 years ago.
Why did it end?
I At one point in time in my life, I was an alcoholic. I'm in recovery now, so I had some issues that pushed him away.
Okay. How long have you been sober?
4 years.
Good job.
Thank you.
Good job. Done a lot of work with alcoholics and addicts. Not easy.
No.
So is that having an impact on your current dating relationships?
It is. I feel it's hard to. I was very toxic at one point, and being healthy is, for lack of a better term, is hard to be healthy when I'm accustomed to toxicity.
Okay. Well, your sobriety has to become number one. When you date, at what point do you bring up your past?
I try not to bring it up too soon.
Okay.
Because people are nervous.
Yeah, I understand. I get it.
So it's like
it.
if I feel it's going somewhere or some potential, maybe some months down the road, yes. I mean, the last person I was dating, I told him a little bbit too. He felt he needed to know prior to me telling him.
Yeah. People always say that shit. Half this country's addicted to something. So
Right.
before people decide to judge you, if it ain't alcohol, it's pain pills. If it ain't pain pills, it's a street drug. If it ain't that, look at the people on drinking and sexing and everything else. This country is a country of addicts and alcoholics. So, because are you an outpatient? Are you keeping up with your counseling and therapy,
I
your meetings
still
and things like that?
I still have a sponsor. I still speak to her probably every week. I still go to online AA and things of that nature. So
Well, as long as it stays top of mind, you know the struggles. So we move on.
yes.
But yeah, people think I was bullshitting. I do this in real life, people.
Well, I do appreciate it because
I
I
get it.
watch
It's
your
a
lives, so it's hard, and it was hard for me to come to
man.
you.
Please, I in corporate America, I work with vice president, he was an active heroin addict, and he actually mentioned it in the company meeting. I was like, whoa. Man was making $300,000 a year talking about, yeah, I'm like, really? Okay. Anyway, but how are you meeting?
Most of the men I meet are online.
That's problem number one.
Okay. Because I
Trying to
can't
meet.
go to the bar, so it's like.
Well, of course you can. I don't suggest that either. But
Right.
what I'm saying is online dating is really, in my opinion, best for people who are just kind of getting back out there, and supplemental to get additional attention. But really, with the things you got going on, I would say you want to meet people who are doing, because you can't afford to meet people who are in unhealthy areas. So this is why becoming a regular at a gym, at a restaurant, at something, there's some things that support your sobriety. Um, Volunteering. I'm big on charity work, like not a charity, but like a nonprofit, American Heart Association, Habitat for Humanity, um, and try to put yourself in positions to where it will support your sobriety. How are you working out consistently?
I do have a gym in my complex, and there's
Uh,
never anyone in there. I don't go
no,
to
no, no,
like
no.
a Planet
See
Fitness
that,
or LA Fit
and
Fitness.
that's what you need to,
Okay.
because you can't. And this is a problem. You got to get out and be around people. See, gyms are like nightclubs without the music and the drinking. You got to get out around human males in order to be able to have that interaction, because online is as simple as this: swipe left, swipe right. If either they like the way you look or they don't like the way you look, and then what they like you for is irrelevant. But you need to, I would say, I don't understand why you ladies don't actually find the hottest gym in the city and join it. And then in your city, what's the church, the church, the largest church with the biggest singles ministry? Join that.
That's a good one. That's a good idea. I
Yeah.
actually
Well, that's,
located to a whole different coast, so it's. I used
well,
to have that church background. Now I don't have it. So
the largest church with the largest singles ministry. Every city has a part of town where the young urban professionals kind of live and feed that and enjoy that kind of stuff. And then, but of course, stay away from and the party scene isn't really that big at our age. So maintaining your sobriety and stuff, as long as you construct a life around, you should have a full life around your mental health and your sobriety, to where you'll find somebody in this area versus having to go over there and put that kind of stuff at risk.
right. Thank you.
So, like riding a good, healthy activities like bike riding. Bike riding is great for stress, great for stress relief and all other kind of stuff. You'll be amazed if you start finding physical activities to replace compulsive behaviors, things that often happen with alcoholism, drug addiction, that kind of stuff. But here's the funny thing: people want to judge this shit, but you need to understand it's the very things that make people such good addicts and alcoholics are the very talents that most of these high-level executives have. It's an obsessive compulsive disorder. So I'm good with it. I understand most of this country's alcoholics and addicts and drunk. I'm good with it. You're fine.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
She's 37, single, and raising a 17-year-old son. She says that when she dates, she brings income to the table and knows how to cook, but Kevin reminds her that leading with money isn't a woman's role. She had her son in college, unplanned, and admits her past alcoholism has affected her dating life, though she's been sober for 4 years now. Most of the men she meets are online, and Kevin pushes back hard on that. If she wants a serious relationship, she needs to stop relying on apps and start going where quality men actually are: the gym, church, real-life environments where people show who they truly are. His message is simple. If you want a better outcome, you have to change where and how you're looking.